settle. Good girl. Yes, you are. Good morning, everyone. It is Daily Devotional. My name is Red Moon Eagle, and this is Daily Devotional. I do not have a date and time for today's Daily Devotional. This is a banked Daily Devotional. So it's one that I've recorded for a future time and place on a day that I'm not able to make it to a live. Astra has really not wanted me to move much, so I am trying to honor that by being fairly still. Today's card is the fox. The fox. The fox is smart, strong, partner or mate, wise teacher. The fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for a long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us stay true to those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect with those you love. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. When in balance, magical, ingenious teacher, monogamous. When out of balance, sneaky, unsure of their identity. To bring into balance, partnership and connection. And let's see what the Kuan Yin Oracle brings us today. Sisters of the Sacred Spiral. Sisters of the Sacred Spiral. The higher plan that has been lovingly prepared for you is like a beautiful tapestry coming into view, thread by thread. There will be a moment where suddenly the pattern becomes clearly visible, all preparation finally showing itself in effect. The time for acknowledgement and celebration shall happen soon. My weaving hand is steady, sure and swift, and the threads of your life rapidly taking shape reveal my most beautiful divine plans for you. The preparation for manifestation requires faith. There can be much effort and even more patience and persistence required before we see proof of our efforts and desired results. As we grow closer towards what we want, whatever has blocked us from having that in our lives will arise to be dealt with and resolved. You may feel as though you are losing ground, regressing, or somehow going further back on your path than you've ever been. But you are not. You are becoming more able to live your dream. You are clearing out the issues that have prevented you from receiving what you want from your generous universe. You're going into or already in an intense period of personal and spiritual growth. This will entail much joy and forward movement towards destiny, and also some confrontation with the darkness of your own being, fear, doubt, grief, which will help you heal and become free to enjoy the manifestation of your dreams. You are guided to let go and trust what is taking place. The universe is bringing you abundance, fulfillment, and experience to you that exists in your world at present. So you'll need to be more open and receptive to what's on its way. This means trusting more. Don't overthink the situation. When something feels right, go with that. When something does not feel right, just step back. You can know that everything will somehow work out, but the timing and process is up to the higher wisdom, which you can tap into the flow by trusting your belly, your inner feelings to lead you rather than your head. Timing is important. Your time will come. There's a sequence of events that has to take place in a particular order for all things to work out according to a higher plan. Your efforts will bear fruit. Oh, I love that. So I'm brought into awareness as I read that when the Fox card, you connect to the people you care about, right? Don't lose track of them. Don't forget. It's not out of mind, out of sight. And the Sisters card is about growing closer to what you want, that there's a moving forward, a moving back, there's a flow, there's a time to it. And I'm reminded of dancing. I feel like there's so much in our world and so much in the spiritual realm that can be related to dance. And before I knew how to do couples dancing, one of my probably most favorite things to do was tribal belly dance, and what I think now they're calling ecstatic dance, which is just allowing your body to express emotion and express your connection to earth through music. And drumming is something that, if you go back to so many indigenous cultures in the world, they all use drums. They all use that heartbeat rhythm to be in symbiotic connection with Earth herself and our physical bodies, and our spiritual connection to our physical bodies, and that healing rhythm of that thumbing, that thrumming, that connection. And I still do it. I don't do it as much, and I probably should do more of it, where I'll put music on and I will clear the living room and I will just feel into the healing energy of whatever music it is that I've chosen. And there is a magic that happens with that connection, and it helps you feel the flow of energy moving forward and moving back, and the inhalation and the exhalation of air in your body, the thrumming vibrational rhythm of the blood in your veins and the electrical current in your body and your heart and your lungs and your tummy and your breath and your upper connection, the thrum, thrum, thrum of the universe, and Earth herself coming through the rhythms in that connection. And I think there is a powerful healing in that, and powerful connection of Fox, where you're connecting to your relationship with Earth herself. And if you can do that with someone, if you do couples dancing, there's a place and a time where that connection, it's very much Kundalini magic is what it is. And I've done my own exploration of that. And there is a Kundalini connection when you dance with a partner, that you cycle through that Kundalini movement in your body and then into the earth, and you share it with a partner when you're dancing. My partner and I, when we go out dancing, not all the time, but every once in a while when we go out, we get people complete strangers who walk up to us and go, "Oh my God, you two are just magnificent to watch." And we both are a little embarrassed when it happens, because usually when that happens, it means he and I are really going through that Kundalini connection with each other, and we have shut out the world. The only thing that we are aware of is each other and our connection to each other and our connection to Earth and our energies and who we are as spiritual entities inside these physical Earth suits. And we share that with each other to other people, it probably looks like, well, I had a friend many years ago say it looks like vertical sex. And to us, it goes beyond that perception of what people think sex is. But it is sensual, and it's beautiful, and it's loving, and it's physical all at the same time. It is creative, it is creationary, and it's divine. And it is a representation of the masculine, feminine connection of that divine. And interestingly enough, there's a book out there called Rythums by Storm Constantine, and I lent it to somebody a couple years ago, and it's never come home. It is probably one of my favorite books of all time. It is a comprehensive exploration of fiction of a world that has transformed, and it is an exploration of sexuality. It's a beautiful book, completely fiction, but there is a larger topic, physiological and philosophy and social context and political, Like there's a weaving in this book that is dynamic. And when people talk about gender and they talk about gender fluidity and trans and bi and asexual and abrosexual and all these things, I always think of that book, Rythums by Storm Constantine. I read it the first time I read it was back in 93 or 94. And I've read it many times since then. And it is a tome, but it's an amazing exploration of thought and idea. And when you talk about Kundalini and you talk about the connection to all of that, it's a magnificent book to explore. And Fox and Sisters of the Sacred Spiral, when I think of spirals and I think of what this card means, and I think of the flow of moving forward and back and inhalation and exhalation and the rhythm of the cycle of the seasons and our connection to everything around us, that book actually makes a lot of sense. Rythums is a wonderful book. Controversial, thought-provoking, well-written, way outside conventional thought patterns. It's amazing. I encourage you to pick it up and read it if you are at all curious about, I mean, it's big. It's a thick book, so it's not like I'm going to read it in an afternoon. And I know that when I have read it, I pick it up and I read the whole thing in a week. It's that engrossing to me. And I've read it several times. I wish it would come back to me. I don't remember who I lent it to. Anyway, I hope you all have a beautiful day out there. My name is Red Moon Eagle. This is Daily Devotional. And I do daily devotions live on YouTube, mostly Monday through Friday, somewhere between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. Sometimes I'm a little earlier, sometimes I'm a little later. I'm not consistent. Between the ADHD and the autism, I'm really surprised I can do it every day. But that's why I bank these videos too. So have a beautiful day. There are more than 400 videos available on my YouTube channel for daily devotions. So if I miss a day, you are more than welcome to pick one at random. They go all the way back to 2015. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you in prayer. And this is Astra. Blessed be.